So yeah, no, definitely we are a 100%, 110% definitely not trolling when we say Todd McFarlane or Rob Liefeld. So why don't you take this one though? Not the paid shills, because that's silly. Obviously, we're not paid shills.
I wish.
Yeah, please, Marvel, call me.
Yeah, right.
And again, this is subjective. We didn't like it, but it's okay if you like it.
Sure.
There's no right or wrong answer here, but the amount of people that took this like a personal attack,
that's silly,
and lost their minds over it was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, this isn't your child.
Really.
It's a funny book.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Guy Wozniak, and with me, as always, is my co-host and good friend, Matt.
Hey.
And we are the Comic Book Guys. Today, what we wanted to do today was address some of your viewer comments. We did one of these videos, month or two ago?
It's been a couple months.
We did a Q&A. We looked at all of your comments and picked a half dozen or a dozen, and just wanted to answer questions and comments and whatnot. So let's dive into that today. I got my list here, and we'll start with the first one.
I haven't seen any of these, so I'm completely unprepared.
Yeah, Matt is shooting blind
from the hip.
From the hip, yeah, there you go. But yeah, I just picked some of what I thought were better comments that were, worth talking about. So number one is from our video that we did on the red flags. Remember we did the comic shop red flags. I think that's what this comment was from. And the comment is, you guys are creating a very refreshing comic book community channel. And there are a million comic book speculations and value channels out there.
Sure.
And, we're not interested in market-based or investment-focused comic book channels. So it was just a really nice comment praising that we're doing something a little bit different. The origin or the context of this is we talked about how we didn't want to focus on like comic investing and the value of comics and speculation. And I appreciated that someone recognized that we're trying to just make a fun channel where we talk about, the stuff we like.
Yeah, the stuff we enjoy reading and the stuff we enjoy collecting and stuff. And honestly, we don't say a lot of like bad stuff because we mostly talk about comics we like.
Yeah.
So we have done some reviews of some more modern comics.
There's an exception, which trust me is coming soon. But people did not like our take on a certain thing. But I'll get to that in a bit.
Okay.
But as far as like specifically the comic book speculation and investing and flipping and grading and all of this stuff, early on we were like, we're not gonna shy away from it, but we're not gonna focus on that.
Yeah, I did some comic flipping and stuff for several years, and the juice wasn't worth the squeeze for me. You gotta treat it as a full-time job if you want to make a decent amount of money doing that. So I had more fun as a collector rather than trying to turn it into a business. I mean, I have a regular 9-to-5 that I make my money at, and I don't need to make comic collecting a job too.
Well, here's the thing for me. I'm gonna say never, and whether or not I'm exaggerating slightly, I'm closer to never than the opposite end of that. In that I've never make money whenever I sell comics. I've bought and collected comics and then sold my collections. Mm-hmm. I always lose. It's like I just don't know how to do it, and I'll probably never be a comic book store dealer or a merchant or whatever because I don't know how to make money on comic books apparently. So for me,
it's a lot of work.
Yeah, for me, my only concern with comic price is like, is it something I want to buy, and should I buy it now, or should I wait and try to buy it when it's maybe cheaper? Like, that's all I care about when it comes to price.
Yeah. Believe me, it's much more fun collecting than trying to make a living doing it. Much more fun.
Yeah. So thanks a lot for this comment. There was a few comments like it. I just picked one of them. Mm-hmm. Thanks a lot for, recognizing that what we're doing here is maybe a little bit different than what a lot of the channels are doing, and that you like it and you enjoy it being here with us. So I just wanted to, kind of say thanks for being supportive of, the type of content we make.
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks. We appreciate it.
This comment is going to lead into the next comment, and I'm prefacing the next one with this because this was funny. It says none of the Todd McFarlane, Rob Liefeld comments came up. This was in reference to the last Q&A we did. He was saying, like, how could you not address all of those comments that people have left regarding Todd McFarlane and Rob Liefeld? Mm-hmm. And here is now an actual comment, and we get comments like this constantly,
which I don't understand at all.
I mean, it's let me read it to you. Can you please, for the love of God, learn how to pronounce Todd McFarlane's last name? Seriously, Google it. Todd McFarlane's last name is pronounced McFarlane, not Lane, like road. Lynn, like a girl's first name. Seriously, it's like fingernails on a chalkboard every time you butcher it. He's one of the most popular creators in history with an easy to pronounce name. I honestly think you're trolling us.
What?
No, we would never do that. Would we troll? Would we do that?
Goodness, no.
How dare you accuse us?
Wow. I am shocked and offended.
We had another comment where someone said it was You remember this one? They were saying we were disrespecting the person.
Yeah, they were disrespecting him because would we pronounce his name that way?
To his face.
To his face. And I thought, well, that's really odd because why would I say his own name to him when I was meeting him? Like there's several times.
Oh, hello, Todd McFarlane.
I never said, hello, Mr. Stan Lee.
Yeah,
I would just say, hello, like a normal person. I thought that was strange, the wording of it. But I think what a lot of people are picking up on is me and Guy we live in the South, the deep South.
Yeah.
And I think what they're really picking up on is our really thick Southern accents that we have.
Yeah, I think that's all it is, really, is people are saying...
Really, yeah. Because, I mean, to me and Guy, we sound like we're talking normally. But, different people from different parts of the country and different parts of the world have, different dialects and, of course, different ways of pronouncing things. So, I mean, I don't think that's very cool that people are, trying to accent shame us.
I mean, just because we say Todd McFarlane doesn't mean that we're saying it wrong. It's like people from Boston might say, I don't know. I'm not even sure how someone from
Todd McFarquad. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be that. Yeah.
Maybe that's how they pronounce it in Boston. I don't know.
I think people are getting a little too upset about
I don't know.
Something that doesn't matter.
To accuse us of trolling people is,
I mean, here's a good real life example. My last name, as I have told everybody at the beginning of every video, is Wozniak. How many times over the course of my life do you think someone has called me Wozniak? Wozniak. I mean, it's happened hundreds of times.
And is it like nails on a chalkboard?
It is not like nails on a chalkboard for me. I just move on with my life. I don't even correct the person. I'm like, yep, close enough. We're good.
Yeah.
No, definitely we are 100%, 110% definitely not trolling when we say Todd McFarlane or...
Gosh, no.
Or Rob Liefeld. That's just our accent, and that's that, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what people are picking up on.
All right, next one. All right, so we did I guess you could call it a review of Absolute Batman number 15, the first appearance of the Joker in the Absolute Universe relatively recently. To say that video was not well received is an understatement, I think.
We had some people that agreed with us, but the majority did not.
Oh, okay. So this comment in particular is someone that was agreeing with us. The amount of DC fans that are butthurt over someone not keen on their current favorite comic is comical. What a bunch of children. It's okay if other people aren't into what you like. There's room in this world for everyone. Now, the types of things that the people that were upset with us, and I mean, really upset, like the amount of vitriol that came across with people that were lambasting us because we didn't like this comic book was truly wild. People are saying it's a horrendous take. We're obviously paid shills, paid from Marvel. We're paid Marvel paid shills.
I don't think Marvel could afford to pay anybody. They can't afford to pay writers. I know that.
People were saying that we just don't get it. We just don't understand the point of the Absolute Universe, and we're going to address all these.
Okay, maybe we don't. I don't know.
Now, other people said that we're wrong to not like it because the Absolute Universe, and in particular Absolute Batman, brings tons of new readers. Therefore, it must be good, which, I don't know, maybe that's true, maybe it's not. And then finally, we haven't read, and openly, we said, look, we read the first 4 issues of Absolute Batman, and we reviewed that, and we were kind of lukewarm on it, but overall, we were like, it's interesting.
Yeah. We recommended it.
And then on issue 15, we read the new Joker, and we said openly, all we read were the first story arc of it.
Yeah.
So now people are saying, well, you haven't read the whole series, so your opinion is invalid. You're not allowed to have an opinion on issue number 15 if you haven't read issues 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc.
Well, if that's your opinion on our opinion, well, then you're entitled to it.
So why don't you take this one, though? Not the paid shills, because that's silly. Obviously, we're not paid shills.
I wish.
Yeah, please, Marvel, call me.
Yeah, right.
We just didn't get it. We don't understand the point of the absolute universe. I mean, what do you got to say about that?
I guess I don't. Okay. Maybe I am missing out on something. I've been wrong about things before. I'll be wrong about things again, But yeah, like I said, we read the first 6, the story arc, and it was a recommend. We liked it. There's some things we didn't like. The things we didn't like were trivial,
Little nitpicky things.
Yeah, little nitpicky things about story and the artwork and stuff. But overall, yeah, it was a positive read. I recommended it. And this one just wasn't for me. We wanted to see, hey, what's all the hype about? And I just didn't get it. I didn't see the big deal. I don't like the new format of the Joker or the new, style of the Joker and stuff. I thought it's too reminiscent of like a Venom type character. I'm like, that's been there, done that, I thought they could have been more creative with it. And turning him basically into the Bruce Wayne of this universe, but like an evil version, make him like a billionaire and stuff with a mansion in a cave and all that stuff. I'm like, I thought they could have done a little better with that. But hey, again, that's my opinion, and I haven't read everything. Maybe I can't see having a different opinion on just that one introduction of a character, not having read the other issues, because apparently he has appeared, from what I understand, but not as like the full version of this Joker with the backstory that they show us in that issue.
Here's how preposterous this is to me. And we're skipping ahead here to you haven't read the whole series, therefore you're not allowed to have an opinion on this. Let's go back to 1989. I believe it was 89 or 90. First appearance of Venom came out in Amazing Spider-Man number 298, 299, 300, that little arc. You're telling me if I hadn't have read the first 300 issues of Amazing Spider-Man that I am not allowed to have an opinion on the character Venom?
Yes.
No. That's ridiculous. I can read Absolute Batman number 15 by itself in context and have an opinion about that comic book and about that character completely independent of the rest of the comic book. Now, a lot of people were like, you just don't get it. All of the villains are monsters. That's why Joker is a monster. I already knew that. I did get that. I still think it's stupid. That's it. I didn't like it. But it's okay if you do. I'm not saying you're stupid if you do like it. People took it like an offense.
Like a personal attack. Like no.
It's not.
And we say we said it in the video. If this is to your taste, then keep reading it by all means. Everyone has their own opinions. Everyone has their own likes and dislikes. You're allowed to dislike something that other people like. It's okay.
Yeah. But no, I thought about it from that angle of like, okay, plenty of new characters have debuted in much later stages of a comic book series. And to have the argument, well, you didn't read all of it, so your opinion isn't valid. Like, nobody's read all of it when we're talking about comics. It's impossible. That's
silly.
Somewhere in the ballpark of 500,000 to 1 million individual comic book issues have been printed since the 1940s or 30s or whenever they started doing comic books. Don't be ridiculous and think you have to read it all to have an opinion on something that just came out. Point number 2. Well, you just don't like it because it's different and you guys are old men, blah, blah, blah. I read the New 52 reboot back in the day, and Joker, when he cut his face off, that was very different, and I thought that was great.
I read the New 52 Batman. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, that was different.
I really enjoyed that. That was very different. And yeah, you're right. The Joker, where he cuts off, I'm like, wow, holy crap. I mean, he is insane.
Yeah, it was a great depiction.
Yes, that was crazy. You had the same Joker, but they took it to another level of insanity with the Joker, which I thought was
But it was really true to the character.
It was well done. Yeah, that was well done. And that was new and inventive. I enjoyed the hell out of that. I still have my entire New 52 Batman run.
Court of Owls. And
that was good stuff.
What was the second? It was Death of the Family, or I forget the story arc.
That was some really good stuff.
It was very good. So, just because it's different, that's not why we didn't like it. Different is okay. Interesting is what we want. Creative is what we want. And some people said, how dare you say Scott Snyder is not creative? I'm sorry, I just didn't like the creativity of this.
Everyone has hits and misses.
Yeah.
Not everything.
And it's all subjective
Scott
anyway.
Snyder makes he knocks it out of the park. Not every time. We see that with a lot of other writers and artists. Sometimes they just have...
Frank Miller?
Yeah, Frank Miller.
A lot of hits.
Yeah, a lot of hits. Some misses.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Stan Lee. A lot of hits. A lot of misses too.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're around that long, you're bound to have a lot of misses as well.
Brett Favre famously said once, I hold the record for throwing the most interceptions ever all time. But I also hold the record of throwing the most touchdown passes of all time. When you're throwing the ball as much as I do, you're going to have a lot of both. That's Stan Lee. He was throwing the ball a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of touchdowns, a lot of interceptions.
Yeah, not everything stuck to the wall with Stan. That's for sure.
Right. And again, this is subjective. We didn't like it, but it's okay if you like it.
Sure.
There's no right or wrong answer here, but the amount of people that took this like a personal attack,
Yeah, that's silly.
and lost their minds over it was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, this isn't your child.
Really.
It's a funny book when you get down to it.
Yeah. All right, on to the next one. Okay, this is a good one. The video we did where we ranked the Marvel's top 20 heroes.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, we were ranking Deadpool, and I forget if we gave Deadpool an A. I think we gave Deadpool an A. I think you wanted to go a little lower, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And my argument was that Deadpool was like culturally significant in terms of comics and stuff. I mean, even in like pop culture in general, I guess.
Sure.
But the thing that impressed me so much about the character was not that he's just a cool character, but that like he became so widely known. And in my opinion, one of the last like new great characters. Like we were talking, like think of another great character that's come along, and somebody left this comment, and they're correct. I would argue Miles Morales is a pretty big deal since Deadpool, especially with the Sony animated Spider-Verse movies and whatnot.
Yeah,
and
those are good.
Somebody else threw in the name Gwenpool. So those are a couple of characters that we didn't think of that were modern characters that had some real staying power. But Miles Morales came out in like 2002 or 3.
The Ultimate storyline.
Yeah,
the Ultimate Universe.
Like he's still 20 years old.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
And, you know, our argument with the Deadpool thing, which Deadpool came out in the mid-90s, whatever that was, 91, 92, 93 maybe, I forget, at the end of the New Mutants run. But it was like, we haven't seen very many characters of that gravitas or that caliber since then. But the Miles Morales that a few people mentioned, that was a good example, albeit I'm still not really saying that it was that much later. You know,
let's be honest. I mean, Miles Morales is not he's Spider-Man. He's another Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's not even really a new character, is
and look at Gwenpool. That's another version of Deadpool.
That's a good point. It's like, it'd be like, oh, but they have Spider-Ham and he's popular. Spider-Man.
Who doesn't love Peter Porker, the spectacular Spider-Ham?
That's a bad example because Spider-Ham's older. But let's just, hypothetically say Spider-Ham came out in 2010 and he was wildly popular. You'd be like, well, it's just another Spider-Man. So that is a good point.
Yeah.
I will still give credit where credit is due that I didn't, A, think of Miles Morales, and B, he is a very significant character in the Marvel universe that I overlooked.
Yeah, Miles is a great character, but all I'm saying is just it's another Spider-Man.
Yeah, but is there, I don't know, we're a couple of weeks removed from making that video, and I have been thinking about it, like, what characters have they invented? Somebody said Ms. Marvel as an example of a character that is a big Marvel character that has come out since Deadpool. I don't know if she's actually a big character, though. I think they're trying to make her into, or have tried to make her into a big character, but I don't think it's stuck.
She's popular, sure. Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan is a popular character, but not to the level of like a Deadpool.
No, it's like a different ballpark, right?
She's not getting her own. She had her own Disney Plus series, which I tried to watch it, and I'm like, okay, this is.
It's like for kids.
Yeah, that's what I kind of saw it as. I watched the first episode. I'm like, okay, this is targeted for like teen girls or something. This is not for me.
Yeah.
It's not my cup of tea. But yeah, it's not saying it was bad. I mean, it just wasn't for me. I felt it was targeted for like, teenage girls and stuff, which, hey, okay, great. That's fine. You're making something for teenage girls.
Bring them on board.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so within certain circles, she is a popular character for sure. But standalone movie to like the level of and plus sequels like Deadpool, I don't think so.
And the T-shirts and the action figures and the cultural phenomenon that Deadpool was.
Yeah, not to that level.
I mean, and another new character that was kind of good was Kate Bishop, basically just another Hawkeye though. But
Young Avengers Hawkeye, yeah,
Archer girl. She was cool character. I didn't love the Hawkeye series on Disney Plus with her, but I didn't hate it. I just thought it was okay. I remember when she was coming out in comics with the Who was doing those covers of Hawkeye? It was all these like weird geometric shapes and stuff.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember.
They were all like purple and different colors. She came out in that, I think. I forget the details. But anyway, I read those for a little while back in the day. First 5, 10, 6 issues, whatever. So yeah, she's a cool character. Also, as another newer character that kind of,
but again, Young
had
Avengers.
an impact.
She's been out for a while.
Sure,
She came out with the Young Avengers.
It's not brand new, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking about this though. Like, have they done? And now somebody left another good comment. The reason why there are no new characters, good new characters, in 30 years is because the business is work for hire, and nobody's willing to risk their intellectual property and just give Marvel / Disney or Warner Brothers / DC a free blockbuster character. I don't know if that's true or not, but like it makes sense.
Well, that's why you see a lot of independent comics coming out.
Sure.
Like a lot of people selling stuff, on crowdfunding sites and stuff like that. They're creating their own content for stuff. Some of it's incredibly popular. Like I know the one guy, the Ripperverse comics.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, he's got his whole new line of comics that he come out with, and apparently they're pretty good. I haven't seen any of them, but I mean, if I saw one, I'd probably pick it up and read it, give it a shot.
Sure, yeah.
So if anyone wants to send us one, hey, please do. But I've heard those are pretty popular. So a lot of independent creators and stuff are coming out with stuff, but a lot of it's through crowdfunding.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can understand like a lot of these writers, from what I understand, especially Marvel is guilty of this. They pay incredibly low wages to writers. That's why you see like them using the same writers again and again and again and again. They're across multiple titles because honestly, that's the only people that will take their money. And you know what? The old adage is true. You get what you pay for.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not willing to pay for it, you're not going to get these, great new characters. And I don't know if they were willing to pay for it back in the day when people were creating great characters like, oh, here's a Dr. Octopus, or here's a Venom, or, here's a Thanos. Like those characters were created and Marvel just said like, oh, it's ours now. You created it for us. I don't think that the thought process back then was like, these are characters that are worth millions and potentially billions of dollars. So it probably, the writers were just like, oh, I'm getting paid. I got a check this week. Well, I mean, but nowadays you wouldn't do that.
You look at what DC was doing back in the day. I mean, they were just throwing everything back in the 60s and 70s. They were throwing everything at the wall to see what would stick.
There was some weird stuff.
That's how you get characters like Kite Man.
Or what was the animal, vegetable, something?
Animal, vegetable, mineral man.
Where did that come from?
The Condiment King. Those are real characters from DC.
Yeah.
They were just throwing like the Crazy Quilt. Just the lamest villains. But you know what? They were trying. They were just throwing everything at the wall. All these goofy-ass characters. And some of them are just, I mean, they're laughable and they're ridiculous. But, it's fun to look back on them,
Yeah.
So yeah, why don't we get more of that? That'd be a lot of fun. I'd really like to see stuff like that.
Well, anyway, that was an interesting comment when, again, we were like racking our brains. I can't think of any new characters that have come out since Deadpool that have been really big characters. Miles Morales is one that I overlooked, but we're not talking about a character that came out 20 or 30 years later. That was just a short time later, but still correct. And I wanted to address that. Thanks for that comment. Let's get to the next one. All right, this is about just collecting in general. And, this could be its own full video as well. Hey guys, can you do a video about how to get into comics? If you have, I already apologize. And yeah, we've done some videos. Again, we did the how to build a collection for $1,000 and some key issues under $100, key issues under $250. Those are good places to start if you're looking for ideas. But if someone came to you, let's just say, I don't know, you got a sister, she's got a 8-year-old kid. Hey, Uncle Matt, I want to get into comics. What do I do? Where do I start? What's your answer?
Well, it depends on what he likes. On what you like. Do you like action and adventure? Do you like sci-fi? Do you like horror? Because there's all kinds of different genres within comics that you could start reading.
You don't want to recommend horror to an 8-year-old, do you?
Well, come on. The horror comics back in like the 70s and stuff were pretty tame compared to these days. Not a lot of gore, just a lot of psychological, weird, creepy stuff. But like Tomb of Dracula, that'd be fine for a kid, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swamp Thing might be fine for a kid.
Sure, yeah. Swamp Thing's fine. Although it does have a little body horror in it. A little bit. Yeah, it depends on what they like. If you like action and adventure, you like guys in bright costumes and stuff like that, then you know what? Hey, I'm a Marvel guy, so I'd recommend why don't you try reading some Avengers? They've got a lot of colorful characters. You've got a team of people. Maybe reading some team books. Fantastic Four. That's always been a fun read for me back in the day. Yeah, anything with a team or like the X-Men books. You got a lot of characters there. And if any character stands out and you want to start reading more about that character, then hey, there you go. You start down that rabbit hole. You're like, oh, I've been reading the Avengers. And who's the She-Hulk character? I want to know more about her.
Just don't watch the series.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I want to know more about her. There you go. Now you start picking up She-Hulk books and stuff like that. It all depends on what you like.
Just my opinion. Don't crucify me. I think that in today's day and age, it has never been easier to get into comics because you have this entire cinematic universe from both Marvel and DC. So you're getting a lot of exposure to different characters that you like as a kid. No, the only exposure was maybe like the Hulk TV series from the 70s or the really junky Spider-Man TVs.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of cartoons, and that was it. That was your exposure. So you had to get your butt into a comic book store and just look at everything and basically picking books based on the cover. That's what we were doing in those days.
Yes.
Now it's like, okay, I like these movies and I like these characters in these movies. So at least you got a starting off point. From there, what I recommend, trade paperbacks have got to be the way to start, or at least one really good option. You get a large collection of individual stories in one physical piece of media, and it's relatively affordable compared to maybe having to go buy expensive back issues.
Yeah, and finding out where because even sometimes the trade paperbacks can get like confusing. Like, okay, there's a bunch of trades on Batman. Which one do I read though? Which one's going to start me off? You know what? You have a phone, and it's probably got a connection to the internet, or you can find a connection to the internet.
Go to the public library.
You have the world's knowledge at your fingertips.
Yeah,
you can find these things out. It's not difficult. You can just Google. Good starting off point for reading Batman.
Top 10 Batman stories.
Top 10 Batman stories, something like that. And you're going to get some good recommendations.
Which is obviously a video we have to do now.
Yeah, top 10 Batman stories.
But I think, that's probably some really good starting off advice to not, we could do a whole video on this, of course, but like figure out the characters that you're interested in. If you want superhero stuff, or do you want manga, however you say it, there's a big following for that stuff. Yeah. You can go into a Barnes & Noble and find an entire wall full of manga.
Or, hit up your local comic shop. Go in there, look what they have out on the rack, and just kind of look through everything. If something jumps out to you, something looks cool, the artwork is catches your eye, there you go. Go to your local comic shop. Look around what they have.
And ask questions.
Like, if you see something that catches your eye, like, hey, how long has this title been out? Do you have any other back issues of this? Yeah, by all means. I highly recommend doing that. That's how we used to do it back in the day. We'd go to our comic shop. On Wednesdays was comic book day. They'd have all the stuff laid out. And I would have my pull box. But there'd be other titles out. And I'd look through them. Oh, you know what? That cover looks really cool. Then I'd look through the book. Wow, this looks really interesting.
Yeah.
I'd pick it up. I'd add it to the pile. Then I'd read it, and I'm in there next week. Hey, add this to my pull list.
Just get one issue and see what you think.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, let's wrap this one up and go on to the next one, because it is... I didn't set my timer, but I think we're getting long in the tooth on this one. Okay. And we still got like 3 to go.
Oh,
so, next question. Okay, this one is going to be real quick because I just thought this was funny. I put little like quotes under like what I'm calling each of these, and this one is McTrolling, nonstop trolling with the McFarlane pronunciation. Cool video, guys, keep it up. We were not McTrolling. I just want to throw that out there one more time. We're not McTrolling.
That's crazy.
So just accept it.
That's a crazy person.
No,
seek help.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that.
Yeah, we wouldn't do that.
Next question. All right, so we did the comic book. This video did really well. We got a lot of comments. The red flags from 10 comic book store red flags or something to that effect.
Yeah.
And in that, I mentioned that one red flag was selling or not doing your pull list correctly. If you got a subscription with them and it's like, hey, hold these comic books for me, and then you go to pick them up and poof, they're not there. I explained a scenario where this happened to me, and I got a lot of criticism from people. The scenario was I went to a little comic store that had just opened up, and I said, hey, I want Amazing Spider-Man, just Amazing Spider-Man. Just put that in the box for me, and I will be back in 2 months to pick it up because, what's the point of me coming to pick up one issue
a week
or whatever. Now, the guy agreed. He said, sure, no problem.
I think Spider-Man at the time was like bi-weekly. So in 2 months.
Bi-monthly.
Yeah, bi-monthly, sorry.
2 issues a month. So I said, I'll come and get 4 at
2
a time.
months and you're buying 4 books.
Yep.
Okay, that doesn't take up a lot of space.
A lot of people said, I agree with most of this, but the pull list thing, you should be picking up your pull list at least twice a month, no matter the amount of books. And I mean, I just wholeheartedly disagree with this in my case, because again, as I said in the video, the owner of the comic book store agreed to my proposal.
And you're talking about 4 books.
I will be in about 2 months to pick up my 4 books. Also, here's my phone number. If there's anything that you need to call me about or get a hold of me for any reason, give me a call.
Now, I could see if you're getting like 20 books
Sure.
a week.
Yeah.
That stacks up quickly and takes up space. But you're talking 4 books.
4 books over the course of 2 months. Not 4 books a week even.
Yeah.
And yeah, someone else was like, well, the store needs cash flow, and this is bad behavior on you. If you're coming in this infrequently, they should sell your books to their regular customers. How do you create a regular customer, though? You want me to be a regular customer. Maybe don't sell my books from under me that we've agreed upon.
I don't think they were paying attention to what we were saying in the video. I really don't.
There is a lack of comprehension in people in general. So no, they didn't seem to get it.
Yeah, I would urge you to rewatch the video and pay attention to what we were actually saying, because Guy's talking about a 2-month window, a book that comes out twice a month. So it's 4 books. That's not a lot of money in their till, and it doesn't take up any kind of space.
And we agreed.
Yeah, and he agreed to it.
And he said, no problem. And he had my contact info. And when I came to get my books, they weren't there. And he's like, who are you? I've never seen you before in my life.
And you know what? Maybe if he got these 4 books and there was no issues and whatever, maybe he would start getting more books.
Well, that's my point.
There's business.
These people, one of these people.
Because then after that, Guy stopped going there altogether.
Yeah, of course.
So,
but someone was saying, yeah, you should sell them to his regulars if you're not going to show up. Wouldn't he like to make me a regular? Like,
you would think so.
Anyway, I wanted to address that because, yeah, you're wrong. That's the bottom line. You are wrong in this scenario. I can't even emphasize how ridiculous it is that I had to argue with people in the comments about this.
Any business that doesn't treat every customer that walks through that door like they're ready to drop thousands of dollars. I mean, that's just a poor business practices. You should treat every customer like they're ready to give you a bunch of money.
I mean, in that guy's case, I don't think anyone was giving him any money because he had hardly nothing in the store.
You never know. I've walked into stores not prepared to spend a lot of money, and next thing you know, I'm dropping $1,000.
Yeah, sure. It's happened.
It's happened, yeah.
But I wanted to just briefly address that one and tell people to, like Matt said, maybe re-listen to what we said in that video.
Yeah, and pay attention.
If you're going into a comic book store and you've agreed on an arrangement for buying comic books from them, and then you go to pick up your comic books and they're like, whoopsie, sorry, we don't have the books you ordered. I'm not wrong. They're wrong. Like, I don't understand this non-consumer sentiment that people are like blaming me for not coming often enough. It's just crazy.
Well, yeah, maybe it's very far away. And, he doesn't get to that part of town all the time. And it's difficult. I mean, there are several considerations to take into account.
Well, not only that, like, let's say, devil's advocate, let's say, like, yeah, they got money tied up in this, and you're not picking up your books, and they're just sitting there for 2 months.
It's a very small amount of money.
I would have paid up front if he had asked me. Oh, well, it's $3.99 a comic. Can you pay? $4 times 4. What do we get? $16? Yeah, here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he didn't even, if that was the issue, like, well, he's got money tied up in these comics and you're not coming to get them. I'll pay up front. I don't care.
I mean, and honestly, if you had were pulling 20 books a week, I'd agree with them 100%. Yeah, you need to be coming in there more than 2 months, every 2 months to pick up your stack of books.
I would if it was like a normal, like, if there was no agreement. But like, what if you said like, hey, I'm in the military and I'm out. Bob, our old comic book store, used to do this for people. Yes. I'm in the military and I'm out of the country for X months at a time.
Yeah.
He'd hold those books.
He would.
Whether they were in the country, he would have held those books till the day those men died, if that's what it took. And so if you have an agreement with the dealer, there is no like, oh, you need to come more often. Like, no, we had an agreement.
When I was in the military, I was stationed overseas. My mom, the saint that she is, would go into the comic shop once a month and get my books from Bob, and she would mail them to me.
Mm-hmm.
once a month.
I'll bet she was late once in a while.
Yeah, that's fine. And Bob was happy to do it because
Sure.
Bob was a great guy.
Because he was a good dealer that cared about his customers and honored his agreements.
Yes. And yeah, she would mail me my books overseas. And I tell you what, when I'd get my care packages from my mom, I was a popular guy.
Yeah, everyone wanted to be your
friend.
friend.
Those things got tossed or handed around so much. I lost a few of them, but you know what? I didn't care at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, that was actually during the McFarlane run on Hulk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was getting all those books at the time when the Joe Fixit and stuff like that.
They never made it back home, did they?
Never made it back home.
That's too bad. All right, let's put a pin in this one. Just wanted to address it. I got to disagree with a lot of you guys that criticized me on that one. I think you kind of missed the point of the conversation.
Yeah.
Maybe go back and re-listen. Next one, last one coming up. All right, so this one is, as I was just saying to Matt in between takes, this was ridiculous. On our review of Absolute Batman number 15, somebody left this insane comment. Hi, I reported, blocked, and ignored this channel. You wanted to find out? Hopefully, never again, a view to this channel won't come from me. So, okay, never mind the broken English. I get the sentiment. He was so insanely offended by our opinion on Absolute Batman number 15 that he reported the channel. I don't know what for. We didn't do anything against YouTube's terms of service in that video, but he reported it anyway, apparently. He's blocked us.
Ooh.
And now he's going to ignore this channel. Holy schmoly, I'm not joking when I said people got bent out of shape over our take on Absolute Batman.
I would urge them to get help.
Maybe.
Talk to someone.
Maybe.
Get help. Talk to someone. If you got that upset about a video about a funny book, you need help.
All right.
You seriously need to talk to somebody. Call your mom. Say you love her.
Go touch some grass. Is that what the kids say now? Go touch grass.
Yeah. Call your mom and dad. Talk to them for a little bit. Snap back into reality. Okay? Please.
Yeah, some extreme takes on that one, and I don't think our take was the extreme one, but holy moly,
our take was tame.
Hey, we don't have to draw that out anymore. That horse has been dead and beaten. Let's wrap this one up for today. Let's say thanks for tuning in and watching, as I always do. Leave comments down below if you want to have your thoughts, opinions, comments, questions featured on the next episode of Viewers Questions and Answers. And I'll take those into account. I think we're going to do this maybe once a month, at the end of every month. Sure. It's fun. I like reading them and just it's an easy video to make. So at the end of every month, maybe we'll do this. So yeah, leave questions and comments down below. Got any final thoughts before we close this one out today?
No. That was I thought that was entertaining for sure.
Yeah. All right, guys.
For me.
Well, thanks for tuning in and watching. As always, do us a favor, hit that like and subscribe button, and keep collecting comics. That's first and foremost the most important thing. Support the comic book industry for as long as you can. Keep watching our videos. That might be more important, but it's debatable. And until the next one, bye now.